welcome back to the channel. And I am still severely sunburned, so still looking like an Oompa Loompa. So I'm gonna show you the ceiling again for this one. I hope you're well, hope you're keeping safe and well. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to. Do give this video, a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and if you like what I do. And this is going to be a quick one for my Moonwatch sort of ongoing series, and this one's for the moon in Pisces. So the moon is going through Pisces right now. Moon goes through a sign in just under 3 days. It takes just under 3 days to get through each sign. And yeah, so we have the moon transiting Pisces, and I think like one of the main things to look out for is like listening to nostalgic music or watching nostalgic films, or like, yeah, remembering the songs, the art, the poems, the whatever that you used to love as a teenager, a kid, or even just a few years ago, you know, things that you maybe have forgotten or whatever, but like bringing those back and kind of bringing that fantasy back. Sometimes it can be about fantasy, but generally like nostalgia and going back. This is a moon transit in Cancer season, right? The sun is still in Cancer. And also this is like adding some additional ambition to your direction. So Pisces is more mutable water, so it can add that little spice up your life when it comes to your direction, your plans, your goals. And also, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, so it can have that more inward or internal dreaming or planning. And that's very interesting. And this is like allowing yourself some escape right now, allowing yourself some room for some people right now, and without feeling guilt or fear for taking that escape or that taking up that space or taking yourself out of a situation for a while. So this is the fish that can pretend a little more, be okay, be more okay with pretending, Piscean energy, and not sort of feeling guilty or fearful. Now this is, yes, the moon in Pisces in Cancer season. This is trine energy, and Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces. And also, as some of the hinters might know, I talk about the moon being the secondary or secret ruler of Pisces. And so there's a lot of magical energy here, potential here, big potential. And this is like blessed energy as well. Now, for each of the rising signs, if you are a Pisces rising or Pisces ascendant, this little transit might activate some extra dreamy stuff for you, or extra artistic stuff, or extra escapist stuff, or extra confusing stuff, extra blurry stuff, extra devoted stuff, because Neptune's here as well in Pisces. And I think for a lot of you, I'm getting this message of shine on, just shine on, or shine in, keep shining in. Could be about internal worlds as well. And like love that fucking dream of yours, basically. And call your mother as well. That's definitely something to do. Call your grandparents as well. Neptune here. And like feel yourself. Wink, wink. I'm getting that for a lot of Pisces risings. The moon is desire. So feel yourself a bit more. Allow yourself to feel yourself. Maybe you've already been doing this because the moon's kind of like right in the middle of Pisces now, halfway through. And feel your spirit as well, Pisces ascendant. Aries rising. So for Aries rising, there could be like somebody secretly admiring you or remembering you as well during this time. You might not even know about it, but it is happening. And relax as well for some of you. Relax and go somewhere on your own if you can, Aries ascendant. If you can go somewhere to meditate, however you want to meditate, try to take some time alone, Aries rising, during this time. Taurus rising or Taurus ascendant, something really nice is happening. Possibly it's out of the blue as well. We've got Uranus here, we've got Mars here as well. Friends and colleagues in those sorts of realm, there might be something that you desire. What did I write here in my notes? No. For friends and colleagues, there might be like some outburst or some big random act that happens, or something where like, oh, that's weird or random that that friend, that colleague just did that, but okay, that kind of thing. Now the moon's exalted in Taurus, so I would expect overall for Taurus risings, ooh, this is like good feels. And let me just adjust this because my hand is killing. Let me show you the window actually. There you go. That's nice, isn't it? That's a nicer view than my sunburnt face. But yes, Taurus rising. That's what I wanted to say as well, because this is the moon exalted in your sign, in your first house. If you desire, not your first house, sorry, in your 11th house, the house of wishes, the house of the good stuff that's rained down on us from the gods, then if you want something, if you desire something, Taurus rising, really put your heart and your mind to it. It's a great time to set some sort of intention right now. Okay, Gemini rising, Gemini ascendant. There could be like some uncomfortable feelings that are brought up, or something uncomfortable is being brought to light. I think for some of you, there could be something like embarrassing as well that happens, or some big uncomfortable action has to be taken somehow, or some big uncomfortable change in fortune could happen for some of you. Also, I think it's a good time for you, Gemini rising, to take big actions when it comes to your money and your assets. Cancer rising, this is about your body for a lot of you and healing. This is not the first house, but there's this trine coming from the ninth house to your first house, Cancer rising. And so this big learning, big belief and faith in your healing, the healing of your body. And it can be very literal or external, like it is for me as a Cancer rising, or it can be more internal, or a bit of both. It is a bit of both, really, I think, for most of us. Also, Cancer rising, this could be like the spirit being uplifted. Again, we have that trine from the moon, your life path ruler, your ascendant ruler, trining your first house. And also, this could be going back to school or having dreams, fantasies, desires again to go back to school, or to educate yourself in some way, or to follow some spiritual path, or to go on some religious sort of path, even, or to just believe in yourself that you can do something in the next couple of weeks. And I think the next couple of weeks, or the next like rough week, once the moon has left Pisces, is going to be really good overall in terms of the moon and watching the moon, because the moon will be in Taurus exalted, and then the moon will go on. Sorry, the moon will be in Aries, and then it will go on into Taurus. And I think there's lots we can talk about later. But Cancer rising, back to school, you can do it for some of you. Leo rising, for Leo ascendant, this is like secret communications coming in. This can be money from strangers, or money from abroad, or money out of nowhere, seemingly. And also like luckily getting what you're owed from somebody. That could be what's happening. Now, other people, for Virgo rising, this is now Virgo rising. For you, this Moon and Pisces transit can be like other people shining, or other people healing, or other people having their own desires, other people getting good things. Now, this is also the house. It's your seventh house. It's the house of your partner, if you have partners. So this could be like literally your partner getting good things, getting shine. And also, it's a good time for impromptu dates or business meetings as well. So something impromptu, something more auspicious could be quite good. Libra rising. It's a good time for you, Libra rising, to source a decorator or a designer, someone of that ilk, to provide a service. Maybe you're working on a house, or you're working on a garden or something, or there's a room that needs something fixed or done, or you've had some vision for some project that needs a handy person. it's a good time to find that person, especially if it's in the creative realms or the visionary realms. And also in terms of health, Libra rising, health and suffering can be more alleviated during this time. Scorpio rising, I would say go on a date, some of you. Just go on a date and please yourself as well, some of you, Scorpio rising. Also, others might be really tempted to place a bet. It's kind of better for betting right now for some of you. Also, to try for children if you are wanting that. And also to nurture your art, by the way, nurture your children if you have children, nurture your art, your children, your projects, nurture that shit. Now, Sagittarius rising, for Sag rising, you may be at this time forced to go home somehow or forced to revisit the past, go back to your roots. And again, like I said with Pisces rising, call your mother. Sag rising. Capricorn rising, Capricorn ascendant. Don't be afraid right now to say something that you have wanted to say. Don't be afraid to communicate that maybe you don't want to go out at this time, or maybe you don't want to do that at this time. And don't be afraid to like sort of stand up for yourself, I guess, in that way of relating and communicating. Because the moon in the third house for Capricorn rising can have some trouble. Because the moon, it has its joy in the third house, it is said, but also it can struggle as a softer planet in terms of like competing, in terms of winning for yourself in relation to others. We can be a bit meeker when we have the moon here. So, especially if it's in a sign like Pisces. So, don't be afraid to just communicate to Capricorn rising what you actually want or don't want. Also, in the realm of siblings and colleagues, someone might need your care or your skills, Capricorn rising, right now. Finally, then, Aquarius rising. This is like a good time for investments, Aquarius rising. Allow yourself, if you can, some self care and be generous if you are able to be generous with other people and with yourself, of course. Alrighty, that is going to conclude this little moon watch. I'll see you next time for this series when the moon is in Aries. Love you. Subscribe and give this a thumbs up if you like it. Take care. Bye bye.